Namaste and good morning, everybody. It's Friday, and Friday is a special day for us because Friday is our spiritual focus. But today we're going a little bit beyond just the spiritual focus. Today I want to talk to you about whether your mind is a quiet zone or a riot zone. And that comes from not just taking time to come back to the moment, not just taking time to meditate, but it comes from adopting a holistic model of wellness and what it means to be more effective as a person. This model of wellness reflects the research on wellness and how different cultures view wellness. That's known now as the 6 dimensions of wellness. Other models have as few as 3 dimensions, and some have as many as 10 or 12 dimensions. But the 6 dimensions model have shown to have a really significant impact on our overall health, because it looks at the sort of the categories in which we find ourselves acting on a daily basis, whether it's caring about others, being connected, giving and receiving support, having intimate relationships, or being an active member of the community that we're part of. And so I'm going to go ahead and post an image of the 6 dimensions of wellness for you that I particularly like. I kind of did an adaptation of the traditional 6 dimensions. Those dimensions are occupational, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and physical. And so what I want to share with you guys today, before we have our 1 o'clock Inner Alchemy program with a tremendous special guest who's been doing a lot of this work, who's going to talk with us about meditation especially, is let's talk first of all about the 6 dimensions of wellness. So you've got make a circle and divide that circle, if you will, into, well, I'm going to share the image below, because I don't know how easily it is to divide a pie up into 5 sections and write these in there. So on the top part of the circle, I want you to see occupational. That's how we engage in rewarding activities and make good use of our time. How we engage and find right work or satisfying work. And if we're not working, it's how we use our time maybe to volunteer or to give back to the community. Then we have our emotional dimension of wellness. That's being self-aware. That's having a positive outlook and managing our feelings well, being in touch with our feelings and not allowing them to control us, and just having a general sense of self-acceptance. Next, we have our physical well-being, and our physical wellness is our level of activity. It's eating well, it's getting enough sleep, it's making sure that we keep our bodies in balance and eliminate the toxins that could be going in either through the foods that we eat, the environment that we're in, or through the chemicals in our homes, our bathrooms, and our kitchens. It's about making sure that our physical temple is safe and secure. And then there's the intellectual dimension of wellness, which includes being a lifelong learner. Something that, by the way, good morning, Melissa and Ita. Being a lifelong learner means sharing your knowledge and experiences, being open to new information, something that every single one of you are certainly already connected to and in balance. It's about wanting to expand our knowledge on a daily basis. Then finally, there's the spiritual dimension of wellness, which is finding meaning in our lives, experiencing a connection with that higher intelligence in our lives by whatever name or names we know it. Appreciating life and joy and beauty, practicing our spiritual walk, our path, if you will, and celebrating cultural diversity as well. Because if you're truly on a spiritual path, then all spiritual paths should resonate with a sense of oneness to you. It doesn't mean that we walk those paths, but it means that we know that we are one, having multiple experiences, and so all of those paths become valid. All of those paths are celebrated. So now I want you to think about something. And here's why those 6 dimensions of wellness are the model that I use, and how you can bring yourself from your mind being a riot zone to being a quiet zone. Between the occupational and emotional level of wellness, that's all about being connected to other people. We're connected on an emotional level. We're connected on an occupational level. Now, when that connection is about giving and receiving support, that's where the confluence, if you will, of emotional and spiritual dimensions of wellness come into play. And then when we're talking about having intimate, meaningful relationships, that's spiritual and intellectual, spiritual and physical. And then being an active member of the community and giving back, that's physical and intellectual. It may also be spiritual and intellectual. So you can see that these, while the image is divided into nice little pies, or nice little slices of the pie, there's a sort of a merging of these layers, or an overlap of these layers. And so the key to making your mind a quiet zone is bringing that balance, allowing that time and that space, which we do through meditation. You could do it through breath work. You could do it by taking a purposeless walk. There's a number of ways you can do it. But when we do that, we allow the space so that all of those dimensions in our lives can come to balance. They can begin to reach the same level of intentionality, the same level of growth. We can give them space. So many times we get caught up in a life where maybe all of our energy is going to occupational, and we're worrying about making sure we have the right job, worrying about our business taking off, worrying about making sure our finances are going well, and our physical or our emotional lives suffer, or our spiritual lives suffer, or we're doing work that just doesn't challenge us intellectually. So when you come to that quiet zone, you recognize that we have to nurture all 6 dimensions. And sometimes that means we have to slow down a little bit. Sometimes it means that choosing the right, we'll put it in terms of entrepreneurs, choosing the right business opportunity might mean that we grow a little slower than if we jumped into one of these schemes or scams. But we grow a little bit slower because as we're growing, our physical wellness is improving, our intellectual wellness is being fed, our spiritual wellness is flourishing, and our emotional wellness continues to stay on a healthy basis. Maybe if you put it in terms of maybe a weight loss goal or a physical fitness goal, we could go to the gym and become, total gym rats. And I've been down that road where I went to the gym 5 days a week. And as a result of that, my circle of friends became very limited because they were just other gym rats. When I, went out at night, I hung out with my gym rat friends. When I went to dinner, I'd see my gym rat friends at the restaurants, and we'd sit together because we, could decide what we could and couldn't eat together. The idea is that when you become imbalanced, what the Palestinian master would call unevenly yoked, then the other areas of your life suffer, and you're not able to manifest that fullness that's your birthright. So we're going to talk about that more today on Inner Alchemy, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys there. That's 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Pacific, and 6 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. So I will look forward to talking with you guys then. Have a fantastic day in the meantime. Know that I love and appreciate every one of you, and I look forward to talking to you soon.